Hey big kid, how you been? Yeah, I know it's been a while. We're going through a whole
Freaking.
pandemic. And a lot's been going on the last 8 months, but I never stopped thinking about you. So I was, wondering if we can get some poppin'. So just a heads up, this video was recorded back in May, and for some reason I had no desire to watch it and post it. But after finally watching it, I realized this was actually a pretty good video, and I touched on a lot of good topics that I think a lot of people can relate to. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm an absolute fool. But I do talk to myself all the time, and after a lot of consideration, watching a lot of other YouTubers, I realized, that's all they're doing. I feel like I've been stressing myself out about like what to post, trying to make the background look aesthetic. Like, it's a lot to think about, especially when you like watch a lot of YouTubers who put out like really good quality content. It's like, but you have to realize they didn't start from there, so I might as well just try. I even wrote notes this time just to make it, like I seem like I know what I'm doing. Thank you to my 14 subscribers. Thank you. I don't really have anything else to say about that because you guys haven't been keeping me motivated to actually upload content, but I'm gonna try. The main thing, I hate editing, but I'm still gonna try. Well, that's all. Also, like making sure everything looks nice, make sure I'm actually talking about something I want to talk about. So here, I'm rambling on already. But anywho, so since my last upload, where I was driving to North Carolina to see my grandfather. I told myself I was gonna multitask while doing this video and like detangle my hair. So we're gonna try that and see where it goes. If it doesn't work, then I guess y'all won't see it. Some of my struggles with doing a YouTube channel. Oh, it already looks like a crown. It's one, coming up with content, but it's also coming up with a brand. I guess, yes, I am the brand, but you have to attract people who are gonna watch your content. But it's like, I want to do hair, like I want to do cooking, I want to do home decor, like I actually want to travel somewhere. So there's so many dynamics. I guess there can be a little bit of something for everybody. So we'll see how that goes. But today is wash day, so I'm deep conditioning my hair right now. If someone's interested in the products, then let me know. So since my last upload, which was 8 months ago, I purchased my first vacation rental property, which was an extremely hard situation. I guess probably no harder than starting any sort of business, but I enjoyed it. Like looking back on it, like, yes, there were some long nights and things I had absolutely no idea how to do, but I'm a figure that shit out type of person. So I figured that shit out, and I'm officially a vacation rental owner, an Airbnb host. If you're interested in staying, then the link will be in the description box, like a true YouTuber, okay? I know where it is too. I'm done. But anywho, let's see. Bought a vacation rental, wasted my time with another guy who don't know what he wants. I'm just like, we're getting kind of old. Like, yes, I'm 29, but like when I was younger, 30 was so old. Like at my age, my parents already had 3 kids. Like, that's a lot. Not that I want 3 kids, but I do want, like, I want a husband. Like, no, I don't want to get married like this year, but I want to, to look like I have some options to get married, and possibly have kids if I so decide. Like, But anywho, that's a whole nother story. I spent 3 weeks in North Carolina, which is the longest time I've spent in North Carolina since I would say maybe sophomore year of college, which was 10 years ago. But it was also during a pandemic, so I couldn't even really, you know, enjoy it. And I also decluttered almost my entire apartment, like all of my closets and just random stuff. I just need to go through like the surfaces and make them cute and aesthetic. But yeah, that's a mini update. And then why do I feel like I'm going through a quarter life crisis is because I have so many questions that don't have answers. Like what's next? Like what brings me joy? Like what is my purpose in life? Like what's gonna happen for the rest of this year? Like this year I didn't even make goals because I was still trying to finish stuff from last year. And I truly believe like everything is in God's time. Like it has nothing to do with me, but it was like the things I want to do, like those are things I want to do. And my big thing last year was purchasing the vacation rental property. And I'm so proud of myself for doing that. But it's also like, I know what's next. I want to wait like a full year before I even consider buying another property. So it was like, okay, in the meantime, like, what do I do? I'm the type of person, like, I feel like I can do so many things. Not like I feel like I know I can do a lot of things, but it's like narrowing it down and trying to find my space, So that has been my struggle. Also, I'm finishing up this 21 Days of Abundance challenge, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm not very good at meditating. I realized, but I've been trying. And I feel like that's the most important part of like doing anything. Like you just have to make sure that you try. Like whatever you want to do. Like just try. So one of my friends invited me to this 21 Days of Abundance challenge, which I've really been enjoying because it's been asking me questions that I should be able to answer. But some of them I was like really struggling with. One in particular was like, what brings me the most joy? And I'm like, I don't know, like it can't be bacon and, red velvet cupcakes and, sitting on the couch watching cartoons. Those are like really, not life purpose, things. And those weren't even things on my list. It was more so like nature and spending time with my friends, cooking for other people. But the follow-up question was like, are you using that to live your life purpose or something like that? And I'm like, no, like my job had nothing to do with that. We'll get to that in a second. But I was really struggling, like what brings me joy? So like, and I'm like, why? Like I shouldn't be struggling with that question. What is my purpose? And I've been praying about that a lot lately. I also started reading my Bible again because it's been a minute since I've cracked that open, and since I moved back to DC, it's been 3 years now. I haven't even tried to find a church. People used to come up to me in the mall and invite me to go to church. I'm just like, one, you seem a little weird. No offense to anyone, but like my church in Greensboro that I went to, I absolutely loved that church. Like the pastor, like I really felt like he was trying to get me to go to heaven. Not just me, but like the whole congregation. So like after having to leave that, it's like the stakes are high. And like, yes, I could watch it online, but it's just not the same. So I'm gonna try to put in some effort this year to actually find a church home. Um, but in reading the Bible and talking to God each day, I'm always just trying to figure out what my purpose is and just praying for that. And then during the meditations, like trying to, listen for God's voice. Like I have never heard it. At least I don't think I have. Um, so just trying to figure out like where he wants me to go, but also like not stressing about it. Like I know, you know, whatever is meant to happen is going to be. It's in God's timing. Like rattle off, 100 other anecdotes about it don't got nothing to do with you. Yes, you got to put in, hard work, but that doesn't mean it's gonna happen when you want it to happen. And even last year, I only had 4 goals, and I only accomplished 2. So I'm just like, okay, we're gonna keep the other 2 on this year's list and see where it goes. So also in this alone time, I've also started journaling. So whenever I have like a strong emotion or a thought that keeps recurring in my mind throughout the day, then I'll just write about it. I've never been a writer. I'm usually, since I live by myself, I'll just sit and talk to myself in the mirror. That will be my release. But one of my good friends told me to get a journal and write it down. So I got a journal, like just a blank one that I can write in. And then I also got like a guided journal that like asks you those hard questions. Like, what brings you joy? What do you think about this topic? What's one memory? But like all those types of things that you don't necessarily think about on a day-to-day basis. I'm not a good question asker. So I think this is good experience for future relationships in general. Like, just being able to get to know your friends, family, significant others, whoever, like a little bit better. You have to ask, real ass questions. Um, so I'm enjoying that so far. So I'm excited to see where that goes. If you don't journal and you want to start understanding your emotions better, or understanding even just how you react to certain things, or like why you're reacting to certain things, it's good so you can actually go back and read it. And reflect on those things and really just get all your emotions out without feeling like you're being judged. A lot of times I feel like a performer, even though like I'm not like a typical like dancer, actor, comedian, but I like making people laugh, and I like making people feel good. So like, you gotta perform a little bit. And this YouTube isn't that for me, at least not yet. Probably because I can't get a reaction. Like no one's laughing. Like maybe you're laughing at home. That would be great. Let me know. So yeah. So anywho, what's next? So I feel like that's also like a hard question for me to ask for myself, because it's like, yes, some states are opening back up. But honestly, like my group work chat, like I've had that thing on mute since I guess mid-April. Because it's like we got furloughed middle of April as well. So if you don't know what that means, Google it. So once, the world opens back up, then yes, I would have a job, but it's like, do I even want to go back? I feel like I'm at a crossroads where I can, just leave that behind and, start a whole new path. But I feel like there's still that uncertainty. If you don't know, I was a store manager, and I've been wanting to move to home office, in like a merchandising, buying kind of role. Well, since I graduated college, since I started, that's what I wanted to do. Sometimes I regret going the route that I took, but it is what it is at this point. There ain't no going back, so there's no point of trying to, like, I can't change it. So it is what it is. That section did tangle really easily. Yeah, so there's no going back, so I gotta deal with it. So it's like, do I want to go back to the job if I have to, or just take a huge risk, continue to save up my money like I've been doing, and just pick up and move and go somewhere? Like, I'm literally thinking about leaving the United States. With all that's happened in these past 2 months, the way my people are treated, is like, do I even want to be here? I could live somewhere like next to a beach for a fraction of the money that I'm paying here. So it's like, do I want to leave, or even just move to another part of the country, just for a new space? Like, one of my goals for last year, yes, we're in May and I'm still talking about goals from last year. Mind your business. Did you reach all your goals last year? Did you? It don't even matter, because I can't hear you. But leave it in the description, like, leave a comment. Let me know, like, what, you're struggling with. But anywho, yes, one of my goals was get a new apartment, because one, I don't have like central air in here. I don't have central heat. I have radiators that will literally, probably could have cooked an egg or a chicken. Either one, it could have cooked something. So like, even in the wintertime, it's just like, it's hot as hell in here. So thankfully I had them turn them off as soon as I got back from North Carolina. It's been comfortable in here. I can actually like wear clothes, and sleep under my comforter. It's kind of exciting. I also don't have a dishwasher or a washer and dryer. So it's like, yes, I have a roof over my head. Like, I'm so thankful for and grateful for being able to have my own space, because there's people living in, like, their whole apartment is the size of this bedroom and they have all of this stuff, or they have roommates. So yes, I am very grateful. And I honestly feel like last year I wasn't, the way my space looked, it didn't say I was grateful. Like, I hate doing dishes. I have a lot of clothes. I had a lot of stuff that I didn't need. And decluttering my entire apartment, all my closets, making a place for everything. Lifesaver. If you haven't done that, definitely do that. Like, it definitely feels better. I rearranged my apartment so it like feels new, and I've just been trying to take care of my space. Like, God is gonna bless me with a new apartment if I'm not even taking care of the one that I have. So that's that. How did I even get on this fucking tangent? Oh, I still want to move. Yes, I want to move. I want a new apartment. I honestly just like, I love looking at apartments. I love looking at houses. So I just go on like different apps and websites and look at apartments, and then I go look for jobs in that area, and see what I can do, see what I may like, and go from there. So that's honestly what I'm about to continue doing during this entire pandemic, on top of journaling and reading my Bible, to get to know myself better, see what I want my purpose to be. People talk like, you should just start your own business. And I'm just like, I don't want to have to deal with, there's a lot of things I just don't want to have to deal with. Like, yes, I come from a customer service background, and helping people and people being happy that you were able to help them is so fulfilling. But having like a online retail business is like it's not the same in my eyes. Maybe somebody will correct me. But it's like every time I'm on like somebody's page, like I honestly don't even want to be. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out even why I want a YouTube channel. Honestly, um, and low key is because I want free stuff, but also I want. I don't want to say easy income, but like easier than working like 40 hours a week plus. Not necessarily for someone else, because as long as the pay's good, like I have nothing against 9 to 5s. Like honestly, I would love a 9 to 5, so I know I have my Saturday and Sunday. With retail, you don't have that. Like some weeks you don't even know what your schedule is going to be. Like it's all around the customer. Like every single holiday, like there's no such thing as Christmas and Thanksgiving. Like I don't care what anyone says. Even for stores who are closed on Christmas, like you still have to be there the day after Christmas. So it's you still missed your Christmas, in my eyes. Like honestly, with YouTube, like once you, or even social media in general, you can get to a certain place making a certain amount of money, and that could be your, like even like you're spending money, and you can use, you can do, it's just so many options. I'm not going to say the money is easier. It's just it can be made on your own time. And yes, you have customers, clients, but it's like it's different, you know? Or maybe it's not. Um, it just seems different. And then also, like anytime I see somebody, like I don't want to be teaching tutorials or nothing because people be asking dumbass questions. I just don't have time for dumbass questions. Just like scrolling through Instagram and you'll scroll past a company's page and somebody's in their comments like, my order's not here. I'm just like, why are you on their fucking Instagram? Like, did you not already try customer support? Like, called customer service, email customer service? I've never had a situation where I needed to, like, especially with the order, like a package, like, like they have things designed, put in place for that. Like, for you to have to go, like, put that on their social media, it's just like, really? Like, I feel like they literally sent an email and then went straight to their Instagram to do that. Like, it's not serious. Like, your t-shirt is not that important. Like, your little flip-flops you order is not that important. Like, yes, it's important. Yes, it's business. But it's like certain things like that. I'm just like, I don't necessarily want to have to, I don't want to deal with stupid ass people. With a vacation rental is a lot different. Like, it's really like one guest customer at a time, and I've already done the back leg work to make sure everyone has a great experience. Yes, emergencies pop up, but it's like either it's really out of my control and I can fix it and apologize and make sure the rest of their stay is good, but it's not like a, most people, sometimes people check in, I don't even hear from them at all. And then some people, they message about everything, like what light switch is for this. You get a little bit of both. But I feel like with a product-based business, you're going to get that all the time. And it's just like what I want to put my effort into. Because also with a product-based business, you have to source that product. And years ago, I guess it wasn't even years ago, a little while ago, maybe within the last year and a half, I wanted to do like an online boutique, and I found not a distributor, a vendor, one that actually did drop shipping, which is like, okay, that's perfect because I don't want to have to be sitting here packaging nothing. But going through the website, they had so much stuff. Going through the stuff and trying to figure out like what you're gonna put into your store. Like you have to have aesthetic, or you have to have like multiple lines for multiple different types of people. Like I'm the type, like my style is like all over the place. Like one day it could be joggers and a crop top. The next day it could be jeans and, you know, a cute blouse, or like a t-shirt dress. I mean, I guess that's considered uh streetwear, but I wouldn't necessarily consider myself like my style to be streetwear. Um, but just going through all of those clothing, like, oh yeah, I like that, I like that, but they don't really go together. Like, I hate going to websites and it's like everything's just all over the place. Either you have to offer a lot or it needs to be like specific enough, and everything got to be popping where everybody wants everything, you know? Um, or there's going to be something for everyone, even people, you know, who don't want to spend, you know, that much money. Like, okay, what can we have on here for them? Because maybe they don't need any more clothes. Like, my closets are full. Like, I may be able to fit some more shirts. I definitely want some cute, you know, grown and sexy type shirts, um, that I can throw on with a pair of jeans and it look like I'm doing something. Um, and I look fucking 28. Well, 20 is 20, 29. And I don't have no 18-year-olds coming up to me like, what's your name? Like, no, none of your goddamn business. Um, so yes, that was just stressful. That didn't motivate. That didn't keep me motivated. But looking for houses, going shopping for houses, going shopping looking for furniture, like, yes, that was a stressful situation, but I enjoy doing all of that stuff. I love shopping for furniture. I love shopping for houses. Um, like all of that. And the money to be made, yes, it's a bigger risk because I have a whole mortgage, but it's also like it's property. I own it, you know? So this is my whole quarter life crisis. Trying to figure out like what I want to do. Let me know down below, you know, what you're struggling with. What are you trying to discover about yourself? What's next for you? What do you want to be next for you? Let me know. Let's discuss. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, you're a true MVP. Even if you just, you know, played it and put it on mute, I appreciate you. Also share it so other people can do that as well. Because one day I'm actually going to have great content. So you can be part of what makes that happen. Bye.